In New Light Video Magazine, Seeing in a New Perspective, December and January issue, Volume 10. Feature story, The Master of Giving, Santa Claus. Vogel Whale, Did Whales Have Legs? Rolling Green Project, The Spirit of Community. Winter Solstice. The Constellation Orion. Paying It Forward. Color Therapy. Shh, silence is golden. Healthy Holiday Habits. Astronomy Gazing and Astrology Forecasting. Catch the monthly music trivia and the celestial calendar inside. Find out more at www.innewlightvideomagazine.com or follow us on YouTube. Table of Contents. About in New Light Video Magazine. Contributors and Credits. Other World News. The Vogel Whale. Rolling Green Project. Winter Solstice. Feature story, Master of Giving, Santa Claus. What's Up? The Orion Constellation. Entertainment Central. Music Trivia. Paying It Forward. Poem, From the Darkest Day, Aisha Wolf. Holistic Health. Healthy Holiday Habits. Color Therapy. Silence is Golden. Astronomy and Astrology. Astronomy Photo of the Month, Orion Nebula. Celestial Events Calendar. Astrology Forecasting, Past Year, Present, and Future 2014. About in New Light Video Magazine, Seeing in a New Perspective. In New Light Video Magazine is an innovative video magazine created to share news and stories that may allow you to gain new perspectives of our world. We strive to bring things into a new light by researching and exploring world events, news, and information. In New Light Video Magazine is a written and narrated magazine in a video format that can basically read itself to you, making it user-friendly for the hearing and visually impaired. We wanted to make it easy to access our information and view it in a format that could be seen almost anywhere the internet is available, making our publication worldwide. Our monthly publications are uploaded to YouTube each month and available to view on your phone, tablet, and computer without the need for apps. We hope you enjoy this new and innovative way of seeing things in a new light. We are always interested in new topics that can offer a new perspective of seeing things in our world. If you have a story or topic that you would like to share with us, submit a brief description and send us an email at innewlightmag@gmail.com. Become a contributor, and you will receive special mention in our credits, and you may qualify for an ad space. For more information on advertising space in our magazine, please send a request to the above email and place ad space in the subject. To stay up to date with us, you can always go to our website at innewlightvideomagazine.com, become a contributor, show your support to bring things into a new light for the world, share your comments, read our blogs, get informed and inspired, find us on our Blog Talk Radio to listen to the audio and chat with the staff. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We'll see you there. The Veil, Gifts for the Mind, Body, and Spirit. Visit them online or at Keller's Flea Market.
Hi, this is Stacy Hill with the New Light Video Magazine. We are in Statesboro, Georgia at the Georgia Southern University Museum, and we are with Brent Thorpe, and we are looking at the Vogel Whale that was found just a few miles, about 50 miles up north from us. And what county was that in again?
It's in Burke County,
Burke
with the
County.
Vogel Nuclear Power Plant,
Right.
where it gets its name.
Right. And this is a wonderful, wonderful find because this whale, as you see, has legs. And Brent, could you tell us a little bit about this one?
Sure. Georgicetus vogelensis is its scientific name, and it's a type specimen, which means it's the first of this species ever discovered. So any others that come after this are compared to the piece here in the collection at Georgia Southern University. It's a really important fossil, and probably one of the most important fossils ever discovered here in Georgia, because it is an important transition fossil, a really important species that helps us understand the story of the evolution of whales that started out originally as four-legged land mammals and ultimately become aquatic mammals, whales, porpoises, and dolphins. And Georgicetus vogelensis is one of those transition fossils. So he shares some of the aspects of those original land mammals and some of the modern cetaceans that we know today.
Okay, and I was doing some research, and the whales that we have, that we know of in our seas nowadays, they still have the hip joints.
Right, it's not unusual to still find vestigial bones in this back area that's evidence of these original legs of these four-legged mammals. They were really pronounced on Georgicetus vogelensis. He clearly had a very significant and large bone there, and clearly shows a ball and socket that he had these legs that were in there. However, those hip bones are no longer fused to the spine, so he couldn't hold himself up above water and on dry land. So he's living a fully aquatic life at this point in time.
Right. And looking at the face, it reminds me of like a crocodile. Then I got to look and I'm like, that looks like a bottlenose dolphin as well.
Right, yeah, if you look at the characteristics of it, with only the bone, lots of visitors take a look at it and think it looks very reptilian in a way, but paleontologists that understand the bones and the indication of this is that it's clearly mammalian, and so we have a reconstruction of what a young Georgicetus would look like over here on the other side, and as you can see, it looks very seal-like from what we think of today. This was clearly a mammal. He probably still had fringes of fur on him, even though he's living in the water all the time. At this point, his nostrils are still close to the end of his nose, but over millions of years, that evolved eventually into true blowholes that we see on whales and porpoises today.
Now, this Vogel whale, this is one of your permanent pieces, right?
That's right. So this whale is part of our Hall of Natural History here at the museum, where we interpret the natural and history of coastal plain Georgia. So as you look through all of the fossils that are in here, you'll see that most of the history of coastal plain Georgia is an aquatic history. It was covered up by these ancient oceans that washed back and forth over this area for millions of years, which is why we have this low, flat, sandy soil that's typical of coastal plain Georgia. Now we're looking at that ancient ocean bed. But then you get to the late Pleistocene, and during the Ice Age, we see a lot of land mammals coming in. In fact, so elements such as giant ground sloths and 3 types of fossil elephant that lived here in South Georgia during that time period. And of course, a really unique animal that comes in the late Pleistocene, and that's the first humans that come into to South Georgia, and the first Native Americans that come in and part of this environment as well. And so that's what this permanent gallery traces, is the natural and cultural history of coastal plain Georgia. We also have a changing exhibit gallery here that those exhibits change every 2 or 3 times each year, and those are based on the research and the work of our faculty here at Georgia Southern University. So those run the gamut from art, history, science, whatever the case may be. And so at the moment, our changing exhibit is on research being done by our paleontologists on dinosaurs, and so we have a dinosaur exhibit. But in the near future, in the new year, we'll change to an exhibit that looks at the history of POWs from the American Revolution all the way to the present, and the experience of the American POWs. So this changes from subject to subject throughout the year, so we encourage our visitors to come and see what's new at the museum.
So the dinosaur exhibit is until what, January the 26th?
That's right.
Is that right? Okay. And then after that, you will be doing the POW of...
That's right. So we'll open up a new exhibit, the American experience, of a POW experience, and that'll last until June, when we'll open a new exhibit called the Mad Scientist Laboratory.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Which will be a fun hands-on exhibit for everybody, children of all ages, and our students here. But it'll look specifically at a variety of scientists here at Georgia Southern, and some hands-on activities, and talking about their particular research and what they do. And that's always a great exhibit as well.
And they can always check out your website?
That's right.
Okay, what is your website?
And if you just go to georgiasouthern.edu/museum, you'll find the museum, and you can look at our special events and our exhibits and everything that's going on here.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Brent.
Appreciate it.
And we thoroughly enjoyed this. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. And we'd like to thank you from A New Light Video Magazine. Thank you for watching and listening. And come down to Georgia Southern and check out their museum. This is a great place, family fun. It is, wonderful place. Thank you.
History, hauntings, happenings. Find your truth with Sixth Sense World. www.sixthsenseworld.com.
This month, I wanted to bring the Rolling Green Project back to our original focus, the community of humanity. This is a season I have always felt was for family and friends, and the spirit of giving of yourself, not from your wallet. While many celebrate this season as a religious holiday, others embrace it for time spent with loved ones and volunteering their time or resources to assist others that are less fortunate or might otherwise go hungry during a time when everyone else is overeating and celebrating to excess. And let's not ignore the hundreds, even thousands of dollars that many families go into debt for to shop for that perfect gift. Even in a season extremely focused on commerce and commercialism, humanity as a whole still seems to find a different spirit, the spirit of community. In our daily lives, it's very easy to get caught up in our own issues and obstacles. The Christmas season, however, tends to offer an opening of the heart to reach out to others in ways that are generally ignored the rest of the year. So why is this? Is it the cosmic alignment of the season? Or could it just be we are more aware of others in need because the focus shifts from ourselves to others? Whatever the reason, my biggest question is, why is it only during 1 month of the year that people in general focus on this ability to create a happier, safer, warmer, more welcoming, and well-fed community? While we have been traveling, we have found that the most inviting places have been in the smaller towns with people that have maintained a sense of community year-round. They help their neighbors just because the help is needed, and in turn, get more back from their community as people work together. What has happened that led us astray as humanity in making all of our communities and environments into thriving places where each person has their part in a harmonious existence? And why is it even more difficult in larger cities? While we have hit our own snags in the road, literally and figuratively, it has been the help and goodwill of people around us that has given us the ability to help ourselves and continue to progress in the face of adversity. I like to call these people our earth angels. We are all capable of being someone's angel just by taking the time to offer our assistance by whatever means we have available. I want to challenge everyone to hold on to the spirit of this season and to take a moment in each day to do at least one thing to give back to the community. This is not about giving away money, but giving of yourself, such as taking a few moments to pick up litter in a place you have to see it every day, offering to share your leftover meal with someone hungry, giving clothing to missions and shelters instead of resale shops, and helping a stranded traveler get back on the road, or just taking the time to say something nice to someone you don't know, or even better, someone you don't even like. This season isn't about the shopping, money spending, and excessive consumption it's become to so many. And whether it is a religious holiday for you or not, it is a time to remember hope, charity, and peace on earth begins with us in every day, in every community, great and small. When you embrace the spirit of the season this year, don't let it go, and see how it can reshape the year to come for yourself and your community. We can all recreate our communities, one perfect gift of ourselves at a time. This is the Rolling Green Project, asking only for peace on earth and goodwill to all throughout the year for our perfect gift this year. I'm Samantha Phoenix with the New Light Video Magazine, extending the same wish for you and yours for 2014 and beyond.
Uplift, create, and share at Anahata Healing Arts in the Starland District of Savannah. www.anahatahealingarts.com.
Winter solstice. Beginning of winter, birth of the sun. The winter solstice is on December 21st, the shortest day of the year. Even though we are celebrating the first day of winter here in the northern hemisphere, after this date the sun is in essence born, meaning the days will be coming longer as the earth prepares herself for spring once again. I was reading an article on Collinsville, Illinois, where many will be gathering at 7 a.m. on Cahokia Mounds, which is home to thousands of Native Americans. on December 22nd to watch the sky give birth to the sun. Sunrise. This ancient mound, also called Woodhenge, will be the host again to people gathering at this historic site to welcome the birth of the sun as we await the resurrection in the spring. Documents show that the Cahokia Native Americans thrived in this area from 600 to 1400 CE. And as we know, there are other peoples that have been celebrating, honoring this day for thousands and thousands of years. Why did our ancestors celebrate or hold much importance for this day? There are structures all over the world that were built just for the winter or spring solstice sun placement. Winter solstice has many names as different cultures celebrate it in different ways. In Egypt, it is celebrated as the birth of Horus. In Rome, it was celebrated as the birth of the unconquered sun. In Persia, it is the birth of Mithra. In Mexico, it is the birth of the feathered serpent. Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, and it is also known as Yule in ancient Europe. It simply means the birth of the sun. There was so much emphasis on the sun because so much depended upon the sun. Our ancestors' survival was based on growing their own food, maintaining healthy livestock, and doing all things to provide for their families. It was an entirely different world for them. This was a time for coming together in celebration. Huge bonfires, feasting, and coming together to welcome the sun as we await its resurrection in the spring. I feel at this holiday season that we should remember what our ancestors did to celebrate. Maybe we should concentrate more on our relations rather than material things. Have we been blinded by our wants, making us unaware of our inherent need of the importance of human contact? We at INLVM want to wish you all a very happy, loving holiday season. No matter your religious preference, may you find peace in the stillness of this time of year. This is Stacy Hill in New Light Video Magazine.
Reiki attunement classes with Reiki Master Instructor Reverend Stacy Hill. For more information, send an email to revstacyhill@gmail.com and start a journey in Reiki today.
This is Stacy Hill with a New Light Video Magazine, and today we have a very, very special guest. Unfortunately, we were unable to do a face-to-face interview, but he did take time out of his busy schedule to speak with us. It is the one and only Master of Giving himself, Kris Kringle, Saint Nick, the most famous Santa Claus, the one that started it all. Hey Santa Claus, how's it going?
Hello, Stacy. How are you?
I'm doing great, Santa Claus, doing great. I know you're very, very busy, and I won't keep you long, but I really wanted you, the Master of Giving himself, to share with us the most important thing about this season.
The most important thing this season is sharing the spirit of giving with others.
The spirit of giving. And I know that a lot of us, we get so stressed out about everything going on, hustle and bustle and having to do this and having to do that. But you know, in ways of giving, we don't necessarily have to give monetary gifts. Isn't that right?
That's absolutely correct, Stacy. Some of the best gifts come from the heart and are handmade.
So in essence, it's giving of oneself, of one's time, of coming together and just being together, giving time, yourself basically. Is that what you're saying?
That's very true, Stacy. It's always nice to share a special moment with someone, your friends, family. It's just nice to be there for them if they need you.
Right. And you know, this is a joyous season, and it's very, very a happy season. And a lot of people do get depressed around this time. But, you know, we want to let people know that it's not what you can monetarily give somebody. It's what an impact that you can make in their life.
That's very true, Stacy. Many people don't realize that even the smallest things can affect people in a very positive way.
Right.
Well, you must be very, very busy, Santa Claus. Have you got all the reindeer ready and the elves hard to work?
Ho 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 ho. The elves are always hard at work, Stacy. The reindeer, they're a little slow getting together this year. I think they've had too much hay. But that's okay, they're a great team and they'll get it together and pull through.
Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you, Santa Claus. Thank you for your time, and I will let you get back to your stuff, and may we all find the joyousness of this season, of giving, of having respect and love and honor for everybody. Thank you, Santa Claus.
You're welcome, Stacy, and thank you for having me on a New Light Video Magazine. Merry Christmas to all your listeners and viewers out there. And remember, children, stay off the naughty list.
Okay. Bye, Santa Claus.
Goodbye and Merry Christmas. Ho 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 ho.
Santa Claus has commonly been seen as a joyous, cheerful, and giving person, giving to those that would in some cases have none. Santa Claus, as we know him, came from the Dutch figure Sinterklaas, which was partly based off tales of the Christian bishop Saint Nicholas, the gift giver. Saint Nicholas was known to even throw gifts in children's windows. Santa has also been connected to the Germanic god Odin as well, so as you can see, this master of giving has been around for a very long time. The notion of him living at the North Pole, keeping a list of good and bad children, and having a sled pulled by reindeer was introduced in 1860 through 1880 in Harper's Magazine by illustrator Thomas Nast. A human-sized Santa Claus was depicted in a series of illustrations for Coca-Cola advertisement introduced in 1931 that introduced and made the red Santa suits an icon, as he was known in history of wearing green and even purple. Either way we want to see Santa, he was based on someone caring enough for his fellow man to give what he could, not allowing greed to take hold of his heart. To give of ourselves is one of the most greatest things we can do, our time and even our love. For me, giving is the ultimate form of gratitude. You are acknowledging your gifts, seeing their value, and wanting to share with someone who has less. What if we were all like that? Would Earth be in the position it is in today? I hope you all are able to give to those that are less fortunate, either your time, a coat, or just your love. INLVM wishes you all a safe and joyous holiday season, and may you all have peace and love for the upcoming year. This is Stacy Hill in New Light Video Magazine.
Contact us at innewlightmag@gmail.com for information on placing your advertisement in our publication.
Orion's Belt. Winter's constellation. One of the most obvious features, and very easy to find, we have in our sky is Orion's Belt. These three stars are often referred to as a belt of pearls. Actually, Alnilam, the center star in the belt, means a belt of pearls. White, blue, and color, these stars are unique from each other as they have different characteristics. Alnilam is a supergiant star with a temperature of 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, is 1,000 light years from Earth, and is 18,000 times greater than the Sun and 20 times the mass of the Sun. Mintaka, the westernmost star in the belt, is an Arabic word meaning belt. It is a supergiant star with a temperature 60,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 900 light years from Earth, and is 7,000 times the size of the Sun and 20 times the mass of the Sun. Alnitak is the easternmost star, means the girdle. This supergiant star is 60,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 800 light years away from Earth, and is 10,000 times greater than the Sun and 20 times the mass of the Sun. This is a very nebulous region of the sky, as it contains the dark Horsehead Nebula, a dark cloud blotting out of the light from the red-pink streak of IC 434, and the less well-known Flaming Tree Nebula, NGC 2024, and the so-called lump star, NGC 2023. Orion's Belt has also been referred to as the winter constellation, as the optimum time of visibility is in the month of December. These three bright stars, also called the Hunter's Belt, are believed to be the influence of the placing of the pyramids in Giza, as their placement corresponds to Orion's belt. Although looking at them from our view on Earth, they seem to line directly up, but on a closer observation, their distances are different and in fact do not line up. The pyramids in Giza and Orion's belt are not perfectly aligned, and the smallest is offset to the east. To be a bit more accurate, in the year 10,450 BC, the age of Leo, the Sphinx, believed to resemble the lion, would have been directly looking east at its celestial counterpart. To add a bit more mystery, the Nile would have lined up directly with the Milky Way. This connection has been intently studied for the past 200 years as Mother Earth exposes more artifacts to help us gain insight into how the Egyptians actually lived and the marvelous intelligence they possessed. This is an area that does keep you on your toes, wanting to learn more from our ancient civilizations. What do you think about this? We would love to hear your feedback. Thank you for watching and listening. This is Stacy Hill in New Light Video Magazine.
The Savannah Deck. Celebrate Savannah's history with a limited edition box set available at www.thesavannahdeck.com. Entertainment Central! Music trivia time. The answer to November's trivia question: who invented the glass harmonica? Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin invented the glass harmonica, also known as the glass harmonica, in 1761. Franklin has been quoted to say that of all his inventions, this one has given him the most satisfaction. Famous people that have played the glass harmonica include, but of course are not limited to, Wolfgang Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven, and the French Queen Marie Antoinette. This issue's trivia question: are you ready? In what song are the lyrics "Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree"? Look for the answer in the next issue, baby. And a new trivia question. Stick-a-Pick. Never lose your pick again. Go to stickapick.com now or look for us on YouTube. Hi, Rich here with the New Light Video Magazine. 'Tis the season to be jolly, but it seems like every time you turn on the TV or get online, all you see is sad or negative news. Well, this is the season of giving as well, so I thought I would give everyone a break from all that by sharing some positive news and experiences with you. I found a YouTube channel called Give Back Films recently, and what I saw made me feel good. Give Back Films is a group of people that, to quote the About section on YouTube, have been fortunate enough to be in a better position than a lot of people in the world. For that reason, they want to give back. They do just that. The first film I saw was tipping a waitress $200. That's one serious thank you for keeping the refills coming. They have given hundreds out to the homeless, given a homeless family a makeover and helped them find a job, and have even done interviews with the homeless where they've paid them for their time. So why do they do it? Well, they do it as a way to pay it forward. They hope that this will inspire others to reach out to those around them and lend a hand. Believe it or not, this kind of thing may happen more than we think. I went to the Sonic in Rincon, Georgia a few months back, and the drive-thru was packed. I ordered about $15 worth of food and waited to reach the window. When I got there, the young lady was holding a 20 in her hand. She said, "Actually, the car 2 cars ahead of you." Now at this point, I'm thinking she's going to say they left their change. As I thought to myself, what does she want me to do, chase them down? I realized she was telling me that those people paid for the car in front of me and my order too. So I didn't owe them anything. I chose to keep it going, and it cost me $2 less to pay for 2 more cars than it did my own meal. I went back later that night and talked to them about the experience, and I found out that not only does this happen often, but it is not always the same people that start it. I watched the videos on Give Back Films channel and I thought, that is awesome to see people do stuff like that. I wished I could afford to do that. And with that, I had one of those dirt moments because I realized I was completely missing the point. It wasn't about giving money to people. It was about identifying with each other and wanting to be there to help one another just because you can. Even if all you can lend is a friendly ear, a hug, or a simple smile. The stories made me feel like we all have the opportunity to do great things in our lifetime. I realize now that many of us already do. It's a funny thing about great things. They're often so simple or so small that we completely miss them because we are overwhelmed by all the other junk we choose to give our attentions to. So take a moment away from the usual stuff and check out the videos at Give Back Films channel on YouTube. They might inspire you, or they might simply make you smile. Isn't that great though? When something makes you feel good, makes you smile. Thanks Give Back Films for all you are doing, and thanks to everyone for watching and listening. This is Rich with the New Light Video Magazine. When information is beyond belief, beyond conspiracy, or beyond the norm, then it's beyond news. Find out more at articlechase.com/beyond news.
With the shortest day comes the longest night. Take time to dream your life anew. Review the seeds of the cycle grew. To the beloved be true, who lives in you. The one who rooted when you flew. From the anguish you threw into the hidden light. Make a wish. Aisha Wolf.
Creative Divine Studios, the transformative power of sacred sound. The School of Sound and Energy Resonance with Mur Demarmian. Contact Mur at facebook.com/Creative Divine or facebook.com/Melinda Demarmian.
Healthy holiday habits. 'Tis the season for more delicious desserts and delectable treats than any other time of the year, which usually means it's also time to dodge the scales or pull out those larger sizes in the old wardrobe. For those who can devour those carbs and all the sweet or starchy treats, eat some for the rest of us. But if you're like me, the holidays can be a tempting time of the year to fudge on the fudge and pack on the pounds. For the past couple of years, I have successfully lost weight during the holidays, while enjoying the gatherings and parties that come with all the season's cheer. How did you manage that? Is a usual response. So I wanted to share a few tips for keeping those holiday pounds in check. Number 1, take your own mixers. Hard liquors already have the sugars turned into sugar alcohols and do not affect glucose levels for weight gain. However, the mixers such as sodas and juices do. Taking your own low-carb or zero-calorie mixer will decrease the chances of adding the pounds. Number 2, make your favorite sugar-free dessert to be sure there's at least one thing that will keep you in check with the carbs and have an enjoyable treat. I like to wait until other people are talking about how yummy it is before I tell them it's deliciously indulgent also. Number 3, Russell Stover's sugar-free candies are a must-have for your holiday candy dishes. Number 4, stick with dry wines or table wines which contain less sugar than the sweet dessert wines. And number 5 is what I like to call the 2-bite rule. This is always easier if you have a partner like mine that can eat anything and lose weight. I don't like to feel denied tasting all that yummy goodness, but I also don't like to feel my jeans get tighter. So I like to sample a bite of the sweet or starchy treats that are simply irresistible, or 2 bites if it's just too delicious to stop at 1. I then pass the rest to my husband or just get the bite off of his plate and save my jeans the stress. Even if you don't lose weight during these times of food and festivities, you can easily maintain the efforts to eat healthy and keep shedding the pounds by following these 5 simple steps to managing the holiday temptations. This is Samantha Phoenix with the New Light Video Magazine, sharing my tips for healthy holiday habits. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good bite.
For all your musical needs, it's the Georgia Music Warehouse, because everybody plays. And if you're just beginning, ask about their private lessons today.
Color therapy. Healing with the rainbow. When most of us think of healing, we hardly ever think about using colors to do so. Some of you might remember a brief article I wrote about chakras, April issue. These chakras have colors, and these colors can work with the energy centers to aid in healing. Color therapy, also known as chromotherapy, is considered a vibrational healing modality and has roots in ancient Egypt. As we all know, all things are energy and have their own unique vibration, such as a music note. Color therapy is a visible light of electromagnetic energy, and as scientists keep studying color and light extensively, they are recognizing that colors bring about emotional reactions to individuals. Think of how we traditionally decorate a baby's room. We use pastels because they have a feeling of calmness. Dr. Max Luescher, who was dedicated to the field of healing, even came up with a test, Luescher Color Test. During his research in the early 1900s, he discovered just how powerful this form of healing was. This test is based upon fundamentals in color psychology. His study was on the emotional reactions of individuals and their reactions and attitudes to colors and how they differ from person to person. Even our attraction to certain colors may very well signal areas where we are imbalanced, which makes an interesting study in itself. Understanding why certain colors affect us favorably, while others bring about negative feelings, helps us along our healing journeys. So you ask, how does this heal? Well, simply explore colors yourself. What colors relax you? What colors make you excited, energetic? What colors are you just not attracted to? Using this kind of therapy may help some rest or perform better. Painting our bedrooms with a color that soothes us so we can get a good night's rest. Painting our offices, or if not possible, surrounding yourself with colors that make you more alert, balanced, and bring out your creativity could help us in our fields. Even down to our wardrobes, noticing what colors make you feel sexy, successful, or just comfy in. I did take Dr. Luescher's color test, and I will say for me it was spot on with the mood energy I'm in today. Try it out for yourself and let us know what you think. www.colorquiz.com. Thank you for listening and watching. This is Stacy Hill and New Light Video Magazine.
Accurate accounting and payroll services for all your accounting and payroll needs.
Silence is golden. Prescription for finding balance and healing. We have all heard the saying, silence is golden, but for most of us, it means just keeping our mouth shut. While this can be true in many situations, I feel this is mainly talking about meditation, silencing the mind to heal the body. Yes, silence within can heal the body. We see pictures of yogis and monks sitting in silence. But what is this all about? Yogis have been saying for many years to be silent, breathe, and relax. But many do not fully understand in our hectic world what breathing, relaxing, and meditation is, much less what a yogi is. Luckily, science has been hard at work trying to define meditation, silencing the brain, to give us more scientific answers. Researchers at Harvard Medical School discovered in long-term practitioners of relaxation methods such as yoga and meditation, far more disease-fighting genes were active compared to those who practiced no form of relaxation. The research found that the genes that protect us against disorders such as pain, infertility, high blood pressure, and even rheumatoid arthritis were switched on. This phenomena, what researchers called the relaxation effect, is as effective as any medical drug and without side effects. Dr. Herbert Benson, Associate Professor of Medicine at Harvard Medical School, stated, "We found a range of disease-fighting genes were active in the relaxation practitioners that were not active in the control group. Their research really proved how responsive our genes are to our environment, behavior, or moods. All of us normally have at least some form of stress in our lives daily, but when you add on the holiday stress, it pretty much takes some folks over the edge. Stress is one of the main causes of dis-ease in our body. Dr. Jane Fleming, a London general practitioner, stated, "On a biological level, stress is linked to fight, flight, and danger. In survival mode, the heart rate rises and blood pressure shoots up. Meanwhile, muscles preparing for danger contract and tighten, and non-essential functions such as immunity and digestion go by the wayside. Relaxation, on the other hand, is a state of rest, enjoyment, and physical renewal. Free of danger, muscles can relax and food can be digested. The heart can slow and blood circulation flows freely to the body's tissues, feeding it with nutrients and oxygen. This restful state is good for fertility, as the body is able to conserve the resources it needs to generate new life." As we can see, the information that was acquired in these studies showed great benefit of meditation silencing the mind. Although meditation might sound easy, some find it rather difficult to actually silence the mind. I will say yes, it may take some time to completely clear your mind and tune out the surrounding world for a bit, but it is very much worth the time. An easy way to start out is by sitting in a comfy place that you will not be disturbed. You can listen to soft music or none at all. Some even find it better to sit outside. Then, just breathe. Concentrate on your breathing. As you do this, you will begin to feel some stress begin to fade away. Just taking 5 minutes a day at first, maybe even working yourself up to 30 minutes a day, or several intervals at 5 minutes. Either way, we should strive to maintain our body's health, keeping the dis-ease causing stress away. Thank you for listening and watching. We wish you a wonderfully blessed, stress-free holiday season. Namaste. This is Stacy Hill in New Light Video Magazine.
Contact us at innewlightmag@gmail.com for information on placing your advertisement in our publication.
Astronomy and astrology. Astronomy photo of the month, Orion Nebula. The Orion constellation is one that many of us are likely to be familiar with, and perhaps some have even peered at it in the night sky. It has long been a mysterious part of our history, which Stacy talked about in the story on the Orion constellation in this issue. This may be a part of Orion that you aren't familiar with. The Orion Nebula. This image was hailed as the photo of the month on Wikipedia in November of 2006, and with the great display of colors and just amazing imagery, anyone could see why. It's spectacular. This was taken with the Hubble telescope, and all the credit goes to NASA. This nebula is actually the closest star cluster to Earth, and is visible with the naked eye on a clear night, as well as can be a great object to view for stargazers at any level of expertise or experience. It is located just south of Orion's belt in a small cluster that appears like a very faint cluster to the eye. Some more details about our photo of the month. The Orion Nebula in astronomy is also known as Messier 42, M42, or NGC 1976. In older texts, it is known as the Great Nebula or Great Orion Nebula. Image credit is NASA ESA. This is Tammy Sabo with our INLVM Eye on Astronomy. Celestial event calendar for December of 2013 through January of 2014. Tuesday, December 3rd, 2013, a new moon in constellation Sagittarius. Friday, December 6th, peak of the Phoenicids meteor shower, active November 28th through December 9th. On peak, it's 5 an hour with a magnitude variable. Saturday, December 7th, peak of the Puppets Velids meteor shower, active December 1st through December 15th. On peak, it's 10 an hour with a magnitude of 2.9. Monday, December 9th, peak of the Monserratids meteor shower, active from November 27th to December 17th. On peak, you can see 2 an hour with a magnitude of 3.0. Thursday, December 12th, peak of the Hyrids meteor shower, active from December 3rd through December 15th. On peak, you can see 3 an hour with a magnitude of 3.0. Saturday, December 14th, peak of the Geminids meteor shower, active from December 4th through December 17th. On peak, you can see 120 per hour with a magnitude of 2.6. Monday, December 16th, peak of the Combe Berenices meteor shower, which is active from December 12th through December 23rd. On peak, you can see 3 an hour with a magnitude of 2.6. Tuesday, December 17th, the cold full moon in the constellation of Gemini. Also on Tuesday, December 17th, Uranus will be going direct. Thursday, December 19th, is the peak of the December Leonis Minorids meteor showers. They're active from December 5th to February 4th of 2014. On peak, you can see 5 an hour with a magnitude of 3.0. Very bright. Saturday, December 21st, is the winter solstice. Saturday, December 21st, Venus will also be going retrograde. Sunday, December 22nd, will be the peak of the Ursids meteor shower. They're active from December 17th through December 26th. On peak, you can see 10 an hour with a magnitude of 3.0. Again, pretty bright. Wednesday, January 1st of 2014, will have a new moon in the constellation of Capricorn. Friday, January 3rd, will be the peak of the Quadrantids meteor shower. It'll be active from December 28th through January 12th. On peak, you can see 120 per hour with a magnitude of 2.1. Sunday, January 5th, will be optimum viewing for Jupiter. Thursday, January 16th, is the full wolf moon, also called the old moon or the ice moon. It'll be in the constellation of Libra. Tuesday, January 28th, will be the start of the Alpha Centaurids meteor showers. They're active from January 28th through February 21st. On peak, you can see 6 an hour with a magnitude of 2.0. Thursday, January 30th, the new moon in the constellation of Sagittarius. The planets in retrograde during this forecast are Jupiter, which are retrograde through November 7th of 2013 through March 6th of 2014. Venus is in retrograde from December 21st through January 31st. That concludes our astronomy outlook for the celestial events. I'm Tammy Sabo with the New Light Video Magazine. INLVM Astrology Forecast, December of 2013 through January of 2014. A year end and a year beginning. Those that have been following the In New Light Video Magazine publication are used to seeing the Starscope, Zodiac, and Cusp forecast in this area. The Starscopes have had a great 3 years running duration and are ready to take themselves on their own journey. They will soon be available in their very own newly produced format, so don't fret about not seeing them in their full glory here. But with growth and expansion comes changes. Look for more information right here on where to find the complete Starscopes forecast coming soon to a computer near you. Now introducing the new INLVM astrology section for our magazine. I'm Tammy Sabo. Let's talk about what is going on in the heavens and what astrology has to say about it. First, I want to talk about what has happened. We are at the cusp of a year ending and a year beginning. It is not surprising that all of the signs have been affected by the astral bodies this past year in deep awakenings. This past year was about looking at our past, facing any issues and karma, and in general urging us to come to terms with our most inner self. This past year was about growth and change. Many of us realize that you have to let go of what isn't working to find what will. It is safe to say that 2013 was about inner growth and self-realizations. It was also a very spiritual one for many. Foundation was a big importance, and many of us found that ours was being rocked making us turn to re-examine our security, foundation, and even philosophy and faith. It was such a personal year that it seemed to fly by quickly, and many of us were not prepared for the holidays or arrival of a new year. But it came anyway, and now we're looking down months, weeks, and days of new adventure and opportunities. 2014 will bring new challenges to the surface, but just like we felt as 2013 ended, it too may have a slow and rather sluggish start. Looking at all the cosmic players over the course of a year, we can see a pattern unfold. In astrology, we can see that Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is going to make an impression early on. At first, Jupiter's presence may seem diluted, as it will be in the water sign of Cancer. Not a bad thing, but consider it more like a crab or a hermit, a time of contemplation and thought. It may be hard to come out of the shell. However, when it hits the fire sign of Leo in April, prepare to be on fire with ambition and creativity. When I try to visualize this, I see a great line in the sky, like the constellation of Leo, pulling back on a slingshot, and Jupiter is the massive rock it is launching, flinging it high and with great speed and intention. Now imagine yourself emotionally in that, and you can see the massive amount of motivation that will be available to you. The closer you are to a fire sign, the more intense it will be. Jupiter, of course, is not the only cosmic player. Saturn will spend most of 2014 in the water sign of Scorpio. This is the karmic alignment that I talked about in 2013 that will continue into the fall of 2014. This influence will urge us to look at the past and find resolve with issues. I think it is about learning from the lessons of life and in turn gaining growth and maturity. Depending on your sign, it can get drippy with emotions as this is in a water sign. So the closer you are to a water sign, the more intense it will be. Remember this about this influence. This provides an opportunity for growth and maturity, but some will not take it. To some, it will be a constant inner battle and could promote bratty tendencies if you cling to days gone by instead of pursuits of something better. It is a touchy alignment that will surely keep us on our toes. There will be many other events along the way, but overall, this year is what I call magical, where dreams are made to come true, where the impossible just may prove to be possible. Therefore, plan early and hold on tight. Expect the unexpected and be prepared to see things happen on a global scale that I hope are wonderful and amazing. As the stars say, it will simply be unbelievable. I'm Tammy Sabo, presenting the astrology forecast for INLVM. Tune in next month as we look deeper into what is happening during January and February. See you all then.